How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Back in the Box Disc Golf. My name is Cole. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Today, I'm going to talk about my stack of Discmania links, why I have so many, and why I cycle them through, and how that's a good idea for me as a disc golfer. So first, I want to talk about cycling putters. There are three main camps for disc golfers with their putting putters. One is the golfer that likes fresh putters as much as possible. People like Paul McBeth and Eric McCabe tend to use fresh putters as much as possible. You can see Paul cycle through Lunas every month or so at least. And their reasoning is still good. They think that out of the box it's the most consistent, so that's why they want ones that are brand new. The second camp is I will use the same putter until the day I die, and that putter will be an extension of my hand, and that's it. There are benefits to this too. You know that disc so well after years and years. The biggest problem that I see with that is if you lose one or if it breaks. I know with some putters like Pro Plastic, like KC AVRs, they'll break on a band. I've seen P2s break on a band. Some of the Axiom putters, MVP putters can break. So if you beat one in for years and then break one, that's really bad. So that's my personal issue with that second camp. And the third camp is beat up a bunch of putters about the same, and then if anything happens to one of them, then you have a bunch that are in that same condition. So here's why I like that third option. I get the best of both, where everything feels consistent, but everything also feels comfortable. It's gonna be a little bit more work than either of the other options. Moving in fresh putters, trying to beat them up to where I like them, and then rinsing and repeating. But once I do that, I'm gonna have 5-6 pairs of these links that are all gonna feel the same. So if something happens, if I throw one in the river, if one hits a tree and totally takes a chunk out of it, I'm not screwed because I have to go try a new putter that feels weird. Because going from a really beat up putter to a fresh putter is really jarring for some people, and I know it affects their game, mostly mentally, but sometimes their putt's different too. So with this third option, I feel like I can have that perfectly comfortable beat in, but also I'm not leaving a huge contingency if something happens to one. Now, it's no secret on this channel that I love the Discmania link. I've putted for a little over a year now, and I have no plans on switching. So what I've been doing is slowly beating in several pairs of link. So I have a bunch at about the same wear in different plastic firmnesses. So I can go winter to summer and have something that feels identical year round. So let's go ahead and start showing off my link collection. So these are the first links I ever got. I got these last spring, I think March. These are hard EXO links. They're white. There's basically no bead left, but they still fly the same, which is super nice. So I use these in the summer because the hard plastic feels similar in the summer as the soft plastic in the winter, at least where I am, since it snows and it gets below freezing a lot of the time. My next pair is actually the pair I use this winter most of the time. So these are soft EXO links. They're not super squishy. They're sort of close to like a medium, like a classic medium from Trilogy or a zero medium. They're not super floppy, but when it's 20 degrees out, these feel perfect. And the EXO hards sort of feel like dinner plates. My next pair is hard EXO, and they have the Perkins owl stamp, the Nate Perkins OTB stamp. Let me get a close-up of that for you. It's really beautiful, and these putters are actually the ones I have in the bag now because it's starting to get warmer, and I'm trying to get these closer to the white ones that I have there, just so I have a lot of options in case I lose one, because I did have a putter roll into the river recently. I got it back, but it was a close one. It got me a couple gray hairs for sure. Next, I have a one-off. I usually buy them in pairs, but I only got one of these. This is a hard EXO. It is a red stamp on red from a mystery box, I think a year or so ago. I think it's brand new. Maybe I've practiced with it a couple times, but it's a really cool one. You don't see these very often. The next one is a soft EXO with Nate Perkins' signature on it. And this one's been used. I got this off a buddy of mine in a trade. It's nice and beat in already, so I don't have to do any work. It's perfect. Thanks, Alfred. All right, next I have a couple more Exo Hards that I haven't used yet. These have the Perkins Chameleon stamp that I got from OTB last year. They're really, really cool. They're gonna be great once I get the pink pair a little bit more beaten. I'll switch to these and start working on those. All right, now we get to some of the Lumens and some of the more fun ones. So this is a Lumen Hard Exo link, and the grip on these is insane. I use this mostly for upshots since I only have one of them, but it's just a great disc. It's a little bit more stable, just like 3%, 5% more stable than the other links. But look at that Wonder Bread stamp, boop-de-boops if you call it what Discmania calls it. It's really cool. All right, next I have some Medusa links. So I have a pair of the, what do they call it? Trout foil. So it looks like trout, I guess. These are cool Exosofts. They're gonna be my next pair of Exosofts that I beat in probably this winter. All right, next I have a one-off Medusa rainbow stamp, Lumen Soft, beautiful. That rainbow foil, excellent. And then I have a matching pair, and this will be one of my next Exo Hard pairs that I start to beat in with the Octopus stamp from OTB. These are the Lumen Hards also. Such a cool stamp. And no, I will not trade these. These are my practice putters. I use them all the time. Sorry. And my last link is the Super Soft link. These were kind of hard to get since they only came out in a mystery box, and I didn't buy the mystery box. So I had to find somebody willing to give me one at whatever price they wanted. But it's super cool, super soft. It actually started out pretty dang stable. I was really surprised, but it feels really good, especially when it's like 20 degrees out. That's when I'll throw this in the bag, just because it behaves more like a soft does now. Okay, that's it for my stack of practice putters, my Discmania link collection. Now, go ahead and let me know in the comments, what do you keep in your practice putter stack? Thanks so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you get to go play some disc golf soon. All right, bye-bye.